Hi there, Dave here with the fourth of 5 videos about our flight log system. We're getting close. In this one, basically we implement the add to totals. So, part we hadn't done before is, well, we hadn't really added to the totals. So we just stubbed it out. So let's go to the middle here. And add to totals is what we stubbed out. Well, until we start doing that, we can't really do very much. So we're going to do the add to totals, and then we're going to input 3 different inputs so that we can make sure that it's working. And we'll use our little display arrays to make sure that it's working. So let's go see how we implemented the add to totals. Well, finally using Tim's suggestion that we should do the case, the select thing. This is the closest that we can get in Python. the pseudocode is the pseudocode. It's the select site. So we are going to execute this code depending upon the value of site. So if the value of site is bin, then index will be set to 0. If its value is CLI, then it will be set to 1. If it's CLO, it will be set to 2, etc. So that's as close as we can get. It's really not the real deal, and it doesn't really work all that well. But Python you just use if statements, and then it has very powerful tools for dealing with lists and dictionaries, which we'll look at. In fact, this is a dictionary right here. So when we look at this code, this is, like I said, as close as we can get. So we're going to get index out. Yeah, that's what that says here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pass in the actual site. So if that site is equal to bin, then index will be set to 0. If site is equal to CLI, then index will be set to 1. If it's equal to CLO, it will be set to 2, just as it shows here. This true is just to take the value of the index when the situation is true, when the site is in fact equal to bin. The situation we want is the index value when that's true. So it's a little bulky, but that's how it works. So for adding to totals, we're passing in the 2 arrays. We're passing in the site and the distance. So first thing is we find the index value for the site that we were given. And so we use that index value. That's the value that we're going to use to then add to total count right here. So we take the current value of total count subindex, that index, and add to it 1. So total count subindex is equal to total count subindex plus 1. So we're adding 1 to that position. And then we're doing the same thing to distance, except adding 1. No, we're adding the distance that we were passed in. So we're adding this distance here to the total distance array. And so when we've done that, if we've done that correctly, we should have our array updated correctly, and we should be able to see that when we execute our good old buddy display arrays here. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to run 1C, and we're going to say Sully for 12, and then Cliffside for 37. Nice round number. Oops, screwed that one up. See, it blows up. Doesn't have much really good data validation, much really good testing. Well, it's not the last version either. Well, let's run it again. That version doesn't have very much good data validation either, but that's okay. All right, so Sully. And 12. Comes back and it says SOL, turned to uppercase, tells me it's the 4th index in. Yeah, it is. Distance is 12. And this is for debug only, and we'll take it out later on. Now we got another one to enter. So we're going to enter CLI and a nice round 37. And there it is. Yep, it's number 1. 0 is BIN, right? And then let's go ahead and enter our last one, which is SOL. And there's, oops, it was 20. And there we go. So it says, yep, Sully's 4. And there's our totals. We got Cliffside. We got 1 for 37. And Sully, we got a count of 2 for 32. So we've got the beginning of the site report, and there's our headings. And we don't need this stuff in our final version, but look how cool it is for checking everything out. So in our last version, we're going to go ahead and make the output look like it's supposed to look and call it version 1. Take care.